Welcome to The Fall of Mu, a journey into the psychosphere. This video is a documentary of a lost golden age from 14,500 years ago, recovered from the planetary memory. The psychosphere acts as a planetary memory drive. Its mechanism is a vibratory cocoon spinning at 7 times the speed of light. It functions as a blotter, absorbing and recording every event on the planet. Access requires a special elixir, strict tutelage, and an unbound astral body to sync with its cocoon vibrations. The astral transition leaves the physical world behind. It begins with a blinding white gold flash, followed by a silver fog, marking entry into the psychosphere. Silver cords tether the gaseous astral mass to the physical body. A shift in scale occurs as physical bodies assume the proportions of mountains. The Pyramid of Savanasa serves as a cosmic communication hub. Communication is entirely telepathic, involving the instant translation of visible thoughts. Elders project silvery threads from their pineal glands to converse with distant stars. Total immobility and bluish flashes at the fingertips indicate immense concentration. The capital city was an architectural masterpiece and featured an extinct ecology. One notable creature is the Akite Payos, comparable to a large horse. It has a dolphin-like head, rhinoceros-like carapace on its shoulders, and a multicolored peacock-like tail. Society operated on absolute communal harmony and a moneyless economy. Goods belonged to the community, with no theft and strict adherence to laws. Culture included an obsession with flowers, often worn in the hair. The spoken language favored vowels over consonants. Infrastructure relied entirely on silent anti-gravity and nuclear luminescence. Personal transport involved circular flying platforms hovering just above the street. Mass transit used saucer-like flying machines. Civic lighting featured spherical globes that converted nuclear energy into light, lasting for thousands of years. Global supremacy was maintained by strictly withholding scientific advancements. Mu's fleet consisted of hydrogen-powered cargo vessels and anti-gravitational ships. These advanced technologies were kept secret from the colonies, which relied on 18th and 19th century style sailing ships. The death of a king triggers an explosive celebration of astral liberation. Instead of mourning, the population unanimously rejoices when the physical body dies. The explosion of a white ball signals the king's astral body has been liberated. Following an exemplary life, it rejoins the Great Spirit in 3 days. The coronation introduces a new king and the symphony of nature. The new king, Latianusi, realizes the paradox of witnessing his own past life. The orchestra, with over 200 musicians on flying platforms, plays strange instruments. Bimimetic audio modulates the exact sounds of nature, directed through gigantic speakers. 20 years later, advanced seismographs fail to predict the end. The king's inner circle discusses seismic reliability after a prior catastrophe. Mid-discussion, the palace begins trembling, and a thunderous rumbling rises outside. The indestructible nuclear lighting globes shatter across the avenue. The cataclysm involves the sudden sinking of the Savanasa Plateau. It begins with an airfield eruption, followed by the pyramid collapse. Next, the city plunges into chasms, and finally, the ocean reclaims the entire plateau, creating massive whirlpools of wreckage. The timeline shifts to South America and the port of Tiaquano. The narrator feels a past life connection to a sailor with a red scarf, recognizing his own astral body from a previous life. The setting is calm before the storm, with watchmen patrolling and dim Mu globes lighting a tavern. The earth remodels itself as a new mountain range violently rises. Eruptions from the ocean floor trigger a 40-meter tidal wave. The entire port and countryside rapidly rise, forming the rising Andes, blocking the wave but pulverizing the ships. Observers in a spacecraft watch the catastrophe from above, unable to intervene. The return to the physical world reveals the illusion of time. The observers are pulled back via the silver threads at dizzying speeds. The revelation is that despite experiencing decades of history, detailed societal tours, and a cataclysm, only 15 lorses, or 15 Earth minutes, have passed in the physical world.